kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Complete.
It's a gain of 34.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
A gain of 15.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
On the carry.
Taking it in from the 20. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Being chased out left. And right away, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
A gain of a yard.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Sloman for the Rams field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Jack Youngblood able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
at the 29-yard line.
He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Jackson's pass.
Picked off at the 36.
By the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
21, Todd Gurley, the ball carrier. He was taken down by DeForest.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Rams 10, 49ers nothing.
From the 38, Jackson buying time to his left. Going to flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hypocrite.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd down.
On the give, this is Akers. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
By the Rams.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
The veteran Andre Johnson the target on that one. But it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Intercepted.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he will bring it back. It's an interception. unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Tyreek Hill set to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First carry for Cam Akers. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Cam Akers, the ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
Jamal Adams.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
The tackle by
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
They'll run for it with Akers. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Jackson on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's fourth down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. No score after one on EA Sports.
No score.
On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He'll take it at the 42. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll run on first down. Akers, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the point.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Akers, the ball carrier.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Results in a first down.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Jackson. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, They had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick is good.
An automatic Morton Anderson does it again, knocks another one through the post. I have to be careful because it's almost boring, you know, just how accurate he is. So he knocks another one through.
All-time NFL leading scorer. He's known as the Great Dane because he's from Copenhagen. And I think, Charles, he actually leads 2 different franchises in scoring, does he not?
Well, at one time he did. New Orleans Saints, 13 seasons there, still the all-time leading scorer with them. And the Atlanta Falcons, he held that record, but Matt Bryant has since passed him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Here's Akers. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On first down, Akers. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At the 49-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Morton Anderson to kick off.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On the draw, it's Jackson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
The tackle by Terrell Edmonds.
Back at the 44-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. And this is incomplete. Ed McCaffrey, the intended target. And it's third down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Jackson. It's caught, Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They run on first down with Jackson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Steve Atwater with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
41-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, we've seen almost 3 full quarters now, and neither offense can really get it going. Neither has hit the end zone, and neither side seemingly can make that big play.
But the game hasn't been devoid of action because these two defenses, they've taken over and they've slugged it out. But I think you're exactly right. We're at that stage of the game now where one of these offenses, if they make a big play, that could be the difference.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Made by Steve Atwater.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run here with Akers. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. That is kick is right through.
Makes the score our home team 7. Visitors 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And what a big-time play there. 63 yards on the ground. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12. At the
behind the chain, second and 12. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
Line of scrimmage. No gain on the
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. Now Jackson. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Again, it'll be Akers. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it, and he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1.
Final score, Niners 7.
this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Johnson on the return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
A first carry for the legend. It's Bo Jackson. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown.
Touchdown.
A big play there. 66 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he connects with Ertz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson, he lets it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Tyler Lockett, 51 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
7.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Johnson now returning. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they?
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returning it, Johnson. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it's 3rd down.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson, and it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Shoot. Watch the shoot. Come on. Let's go. Come on.
They'll run on first down. It's George. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. We often poke a little fun at running backs past the age of 30. Oh, they're getting old, they can't run anymore. Well, he's showing past the age of 30, you can still have some nice runs like that.
You certainly can, and I think that we're starting to expand our definition of old running back. Because it used to be as soon as they hit 30, we want to get rid of these guys and go to the younger guys. But now that the guys are taking such great care of themselves, as you pointed out, you can still get explosive runs at any age.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Andre Johnson, 38 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. On the give, this is Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
It's second down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
The ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It's a pickup of 6. First down, San Francisco. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a run with Akers. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And when the time has expired, on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Zach Ertz, 51 yards. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Crosby with the extra point. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we are tied at 7. And this will make it into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Hands it off out of the gun. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 49ers' 11-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson forced out to his left. And he's going to Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Jackson now down around his goal line. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Intercepted.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league. And you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
Now it's Jackson, and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. George. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there. 38 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14. 49ers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A short kick taken at the 18. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. at the 24-yard line.
Handoff comes to Peterson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
On the carry.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It is third down.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly, meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them? They were on him in a hurry.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And on the catch, it's Andre Johnson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
On the play. And the 49er.
Jackson on first down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Going deep for Hopkins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tyler Lockett as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And his kick is good.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Nine seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. 2nd and 20. A final shot before break. Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Niners take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 18 yards, first down Niners. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Derek Brown.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go again here with Akers. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Complete.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
24 yards. And the 49ers have moved down in front.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tyler Lockett, 52 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
At 21 apiece.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. And the 40.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They give it to Peterson. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter play. Back now in Jacksonville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Akers. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot down.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
San Francisco.
And McCaffrey. 37 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Niners 28.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Tyreek Hill on the return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, it's George, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's Khalil Mack, the all-pro, in there to get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Jackson to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Continuing to fight for more. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball.
You like a freight train out there.
as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
First down and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Results in a first
And what a
down.
nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Throw right side is hauled in by the tight end, Gonzalez. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. This complete to Lockett. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
But they'll take the start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
37.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through.
Good.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll start here with Jackson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Tyrann Mathieu.
That 2nd down play nets a -4.
At the 21-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rob Woodson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, You would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
Intended for number 80.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
His kick is
So the scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Hey, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
on the return. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
6-0 our score after one.
Visitors 6, 49ers nothing.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Akers. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
There's the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
It's on second down.
Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Bo Jackson, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Now Jackson on first down. They set up the screen to Bo. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
It's a gain of 7.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he is out of bounds here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
7 yards.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, Speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are
weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
At the 5-yard line. A gain of 3. Brings up second and goal.
Second down at 5. Peterson gets the call running left. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are back within a score. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Able to slither by. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Tony Gonzalez.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Bo Jackson.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And Jackson throwing once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. The result of first down is a quick slant gets him 14. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts,
He's brought down
as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
McCaffrey, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 17.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So here's the punter, Ryan Allen, to kick this one away. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
He was covered by
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a 4th quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try and run for it with Bo. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
At the 35-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. And he's got Lockett. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Good for a 40.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
At the 40-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Lockett the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st. and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Ball carrier.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 30, 10, and he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Complete to Zach.
A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. Now Elliott. Now he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, 49ers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
26-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35.
It's saying if they pay me, I'll do this for free.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
To number 10.
Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jack Youngblood. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Akers, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Tre'Davious White.
From the 41, Jackson. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up
play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off Byron Jones.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. 49ers nothing.
Jackson on first down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Complete to number 80.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And the Patriot first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
He was taken down by DeForest Buckner.
On second down now. It's Elliott, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And this is third down.
Now it's Jackson. Fourth down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Joseph's got it, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Jackson now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 39.